Hello, everyone. This is Gary Gravador, and you are watching The Pageant Lounge. Hello again, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below, as well as the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future episodes and activities here. Also, please don't forget to comment and share when you're done viewing this episode. Well, guess what, guys? Today I'm going to talk to you about the interview challenge at the Miss Universe Philippines 2021 pageant. I've noticed that a lot of these ladies don't know how to edit their answers.
Next up, we have Angela Nikki De Grano from Negros Occidental.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Angela Nikki De Grano from Negros Occidental. I am a middle child and a certified lawless girl. My friends used to call me Jack of all trades, master of none, but I'm not so sure if that's a good thing. However, I am someone who loves to learn new things. That's why. But then sometimes I tend not to master it. And I'm someone who freely expresses herself in the form of arts, may it be dancing, singing, photography,
Did she say pornography?
videography. And in fact, when I was a kid, I used to sell my drawings to my classmates for about 5 to 10 pesos.
Ladies, you must remember that in an interview, you need to follow the three-statement rule whenever you're giving your answers. In other words, you need to clip your answers into 3 statements or sentences. They don't have to be necessarily long, and they don't have to be short either. If ever you're being confronted with any situational question, then all you have to do is to follow the STAR method. S for situation, meaning you need to cite a specific example from your life experiences that is pertinent or relating to the context of the question being asked. T for task, meaning what was the task required from that specific instance that you cited. A for action, what action did you take in order to complete the task? And R for result. What was the result? Was the result empowering? Was the result a win-win situation? Did you resolve the conflict? And that's just it. That's it. You don't have to be flowery with your words that you end up beating around the bush and missing the key points of your answers. So all you need to do is attack the question head on and just be forthright with it.
Next up, we have Laren May Bautista from Laguna.
Hi everyone, I am Laren May Bautista. You can call me Laren. I'm 28 years old and I'm representing the province of Laguna. You might find my name unique because I find it different also. It is a combination of my parents' name, Les from my mother, Leticia, and Ren is from my father, Efren. I feel like I am the only Laren in the universe. Speaking of my parents, they are both full-blooded Filipinos, and I was born and raised here in Los Baños, Laguna, with a very traditional Filipino household. Growing up, I was given a chance to enjoy playing outdoors, but not in your typical backyard setup. Naglalaro at tumutuloy ako sa tabing riles, sumasakay ako sa trolley, tumatakbo, tumakit ako sa...
Given the power to change a personal experience, what would you change and why?
Given the power to change something, I believe I would not change anything. Because with all the experience that I've learned all throughout my life, I gained something from it. I realize and I realize and do something about it. And I feel like I don't need to change anything because I learned a lot from it and it makes me who I am today.
The pandemic has brought about widespread unemployment. Should a family with children with very limited resources spend it on food or on education?
I personally feel like we don't need to choose between the two because food and education are both important in our daily lives. So I feel like having that enough food for ourselves, it gives us enough energy to really study for our education in our future.
Lastly, how has the pandemic challenged you?
You know what? I am a COVID survivor. and it really changed my perspective in life. My mom also got COVID, and it's really hard because she's already a senior, and I feel like I cannot live with my mother. So this pandemic really made me realize how life is important and how family is important to everybody, and we should take care and do not take advantage of the time that we have with our families.
What do you mean by do not take advantage of the time you have with your families? Lauren Bautista was such a hot mess in this interview challenge. You could easily tell from her body language that she was so nervous and was totally uncomfortable by these random questions being asked of her by the interviewer Voltaire Tayag. Lauren was groping and grasping for words here and there in order for herself to get by. So what is the lesson here? This is what happens, folks, when your mindset is so used to the scripted lines and memorized answers that by the time you are being asked a random question out of nowhere or out of the blue, what happens is that your mind goes into a panic mode. And because your mind goes into a panic mode, you go full mental block. And when that happens, you would look like a deer in headlights. My advice for Lauren is this. Since Laguna is still on lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic, then I suggest that you, my dear, need to go back to the drawing room and brush up on your vocabulary. Immerse yourself into reading. Devote yourself into reading because reading is fun, Lauren. When was the last time you grabbed and read a book? One advantage of reading is that it's not only going to improve our imagination, but it also improves our vocabulary as well as our mastery of the English language. So please read. Give yourself time to read. Even if it's just like a paperback or a work of fiction, just read. It will help you. Trust me and believe me, it will definitely improve yourself.
I'm a farm girl. I love animals. In fact, I have 7 dogs, tons of cats, birds, fishes, and a snake pet.
So things that you should know about me is that I am an island girl. So I really enjoy swimming with the fishes. I even saw a pregnant seahorse, and at the same time, I swam together with treasure sharks. Can you imagine that? Aside from that, I love visiting the farm, and I even vaccinated thousands of chicks. And lastly, I'm a Sinulog dancer and a woman of God. So that's it about me. Thank you so much.
So Steffi, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your beauty and why?
For me, I rate my beauty, of course, 10. I'm really blessed at what God has given me and also my parents because of that. For me, beauty is about being comfortable with your own skin, like knowing and accepting who you are. For me, that's really beautiful. And beauty is skin deep. It's not just about the physique, but it's what's really in here. For me, that's beautiful. That's why I rate myself 10. Thank you.
Really, Steffi? Can you be more cliche than that? Why don't you add world peace into your answer as well, in order to make it a very classic cliche answer? This is the kind of answer that makes you look like a pageant Betty, because this answer is derived from a mold. And because it is derived from a mold or a pattern, then it does not make your answer unique or special to you. I remember when Boy Abunda interviewed Kisses when she was only 17 years old back then, and Boy asked her the same question. What is beauty to you, Kisses? And you know what Kisses answered? She said, beauty is knowing that you're not perfect. It was so short, but so insightful and profound. And then we have candidates like Ayn Bernos, who can really express herself so well communication-wise.
Now we have Rosanne Marie Bernos from San Juan.
Hi everyone, my name is Rosanne Marie Bernos, and I'm the first daughter, first granddaughter, and first niece in both sides of my family. So no pressure. But growing up, I had to do a lot of trial and error trying to figure out what I wanted to be. So in the last 10 years, I have been an interior design major, English major, working student, writer, freelancer, content creator, entrepreneur, English teacher in Spain, and now also a beauty queen.
You're still an aspiring beauty queen, Ain, because you still have yet to win this pageant.
So I like to think that I'm more than just a jack of all trades, master of none. I'm also a very determined person with a lot of good stories to tell. It's nice to meet you.
Your first question is, digital addiction can refer to phone, internet, or social media addiction. How would you intervene if you feel that one of your friends has digital addiction?
I would probably become an accountability partner for her. Perhaps maybe I could check in at night, maybe at 10 p.m. I'll say, hey, it's time to stop, let's go to bed, girl, and let's just go have some peace of mind.
Is it important to do the right thing or avoid doing the wrong thing?
I think it's more important to do the right thing because there is such an importance in being proactive about how we go about life. So it's all about being mindful of what impact we have on other people.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
The pandemic has made me realize how fast and short life is and how helpless we can be if the basics are taken away from us. And so I really learned to value the people in my life, care for them better, and connect with them better, for sure.
Thank you very much, Hein.
Thank you, everyone. That was so fun. Thank you.
If I have something to say about Ain, then it will be this. Ain, I hope you're not going to take my statements the wrong way because I'm just being truthful and honest with you. Since you have boldly declared that you are a full-fledged beauty queen, then I suppose that it is only fair and imperative that you need to look the part of a beauty queen as well. Right now, I am not impressed with your styling, particularly your hairstyle. Your long wavy hair with huge curly tips only heighten the shortness of your neck and your height and the roundness and fullness of your face. What you need to do right now, Ain, is to look for a hairstyle that suits you or tries to conceal your flaws over here. Maybe you can probably sport a short, straight hairstyle up to the neckline with some bangs in order to create an illusion of a small face and some neck and height. Also, try not to smile too much because when you smile too much, what happens is that your cheeks start to protrude, and the more your face looks fuller and rounder, that you begin to look like a pufferfish. And I don't want you to give me a pufferfish vibe, Ain. Have you seen a pufferfish that starts to swell up and shoots toxin to its predator as it tries to touch it or eat it? So I don't want you to give me that pufferfish vibe. Also, you need to work with your styling team that gives you the illusion of height. Avoid wearing long skirts because they make you look shorter and they make you look as if you are kneeling while walking, okay? So I wish you all the best, Ain.
Next up, we have Maria Ingrid Santamaria from Parañaque.
My name is Ingrid Santamaria, but I also go by Sam. I'm a 25-year-old corporate professional, and I graduated cum laude with a degree in communications at De La Salle University. I come from a big family, so I was always raised to be sociable at a young age, and I think that's where my love for community started. I also love to travel and explore new cultures. I love the sun and the sea, and the beach is my happy place. I've played many roles in my life. I've been a leader, an athlete, and a writer. I've worked in marketing, PR, and e-commerce, and now I find myself in the world of pageantry. I'm somebody who faces challenges head on, and this journey marks the beginning of my transformation into a phenomenal woman.
If you were asked to give a speech to a group of graduating students who missed school physically and events like the prom and graduation, what is your message to them?
These are times that are very unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm glad that you pushed past boundaries. Learning online is very difficult, and as long as you keep on working hard and keep continuing to do your passions, then your dreams will become a reality. So I'm proud of everything that you've gone through, and more power to all of you.
Social media networks are intended to bring people closer together. But in many dining situations, people are more busy on their phones. How do you resolve these conflicting realities?
Well, social media is like a double-edged sword. I find that although it does allow you to have communication, especially with people far away from you, sometimes it hinders us from being present in the moment. In my opinion, it is just better to put your phone down when you're enjoying a nice meal with your friends and just be there in the moment. There's nothing wrong with being online, but being present is something that it's like a gift that you can offer.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
Well, being stuck alone in this pandemic, I really had to learn to look inward. I've had to learn to love myself and to fully take care of myself. And it's allowed me to become in tune with my passions and hobbies. And I've even written down some goals and plans for the future. And these things were things that I just enjoyed from the day to day. But now I'm a woman who doesn't second.
Thank you very much.
Wow, this girl is starting to intrigue me so much because her beauty reminds me of a combination between Hollywood actress Denise Richards and that of the late Chat Salayan, who was our Philippine representative to the 1980 Miss Universe pageant in Seoul, South Korea, where she became the third runner-up to Sean Weatherly of the United States. Now, Sam, or Ingrid, is very classy. She has this classy demeanor and she knows how to pace herself so well when she speaks or talks. And that's the quality that I really like about her. She also has this quiet elegance that is so evident and understated, but it's there, and that's the thing that I really like in a woman.
Next up, we have Victoria Velasquez Vincent from Cavite.
Hi, I'm Victoria Velasquez Vincent, representing my beloved Cavite. I am an architect and a heritage conservationist, and aside from being a lover of all things visually creative, I'm also a lover of poetry and anything underrated. So whether it be the food that people typically don't like or the places less traveled, you will always find me going against the grain. I am a Virgo and the epitome of a Virgo at that, which means I'm obsessed with being organized and solving problems and nurturing the growth of those around me. Fun fact, you will never find anyone with a better memory than me. Whether it's your birthday, your phone number, or what I had for Christmas lunch in 2012, you best believe I will never forget it.
Victoria, would you rather be an Olympic gold medalist or Miss Universe?
That's a hard question because either way you are bringing so much pride to your country. But for me, I would have to say I would rather be Miss Universe because the prestige that lasts with Miss Universe is so much stronger than what lasts with an Olympic athlete, in my opinion. And with Miss Universe, you only have to do it once and you bring so much pride to your country. Whereas with being an Olympic medalist, you have to keep improving. Every year you have to do better and better. So for me, yeah, I think I'd go with Miss Universe, but also I'm not really that sporty.
Now, global warming has caused dramatic climate changes worldwide. As a beauty queen, how will you help in protecting our environment?
It starts with the changes that you make in your own personal life and then extending that and using the platform that we have in Miss Universe Philippines to encourage other people to do the same thing. So for example, for me, I have actually converted to being 90% vegan because I know that animal agriculture contributes to so much of the issues that climate change causes. And so even that minor change, I know I'm contributing to such a large issue, and I know that I can use my platform to encourage other people to do the same.
How has the pandemic challenged you?
Above all else, the pandemic has challenged me in a way that has made me both stronger and more independent. I spent the first year of the pandemic in New Zealand and had the privilege of having that safety and security, but I still chose to sacrifice all of those things and relocate to the Philippines in January. And if there's anything that journey's taught me, it's that you might need to make some sacrifices along the way, and you might need to give up on so many things and let go of so many things in your life, but you should never let anything, not even a worldwide pandemic, get in the way of your dreams.
Thank you so much, Victoria.
Thank you so much, too.
Wow, Victoria Vincent. I totally concur with the judge's decision of making her as the winner for this challenge. This is totally right up her alley, and as you can see, Victoria demonstrated her superb communication and interview skills. I just hope and pray that she will keep up with this momentum and will show her fierceness in the days to come. I'm so excited for all the ladies for the grand finals. So I guess this is it for now. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching this episode. In the meantime, please take good care of yourselves, stay healthy, and pray always. Que Dios te bendiga hoy y siempre. Gracias a todos.